interned with Tina and I when we were in Missouri, and we had a 60-day internship program. And she came to us, and under the layers that Katie had in her life, we found out that she had a really unique calling and a brother with a special touch that happens in his life. And Katie, I want you just to tell them, first of all, about your brother, and then what you're passionate about, and where you just got back from a few weeks ago.
Okay. My brother, when he was 4 years old, was diagnosed with autism, which is a mental disability. And whenever he was first diagnosed, they told him he'd never be able to walk or talk or do anything. And just a year and a half ago, he graduated from high school and proved everybody wrong. So my heart is for special needs. And just a few weeks ago, I got back from Minnesota, where I attended a special touch getaway, kind of like a camp for people with mental and physical disabilities.
And Katie just came back, and you can see some of her, if you go to Follow the Impact, www.followtheimpact.com, you can see pictures and stories every day of Katie's adventure while she was up at Special Touch in Minnesota. And that's one of the mission trips that's in our journal. Now, I'm going to ask you this question.
There she goes, right back there.
Your brother had autism. Did you struggle with the fact that God was dealing with your passion for autism and special needs at first, being in the church? There wasn't a lot of offer. How did you kind of deal with that at first?
Well, at first, when I was growing up, I didn't really know what autism was. I didn't connect with my brother very well. But when I grew up and started to connect with him, I started to look for places where he could be involved in church. And there weren't a lot of places, but we asked him, what do you want to do? And he said that he would want a job in the church. So we found him a job, and we put him to work, and he's running our projector.
That is so cool. So you put some people in your church, especially involved with running the projector. And you know what's cool is that they allow him to do that, and most of us, we don't make a place. Do you feel like, what do you think about churches? What's your thought and perspective on telling people to make a place for those with special needs in your churches?
I think a lot of people are scared just because they don't know how to deal with people with disabilities. They don't know how to approach them or what they're capable of. And I think the thing that they need to do is to find out what they are capable of and to give them a place in the church. Something to make them feel like they belong, because they can do anything. They really can.
Now, you were at special needs, last week? 2 weeks ago. Just got back, and a young lady from your church, this is the second year you've attended. My daughter also attended Special Touch in Wisconsin, came back and it completely changed her life, went and worked for 1 week with those with special needs. Give me one highlight of your Special Touch from Minnesota. What was that like?
My highlight, well, the worship services were amazing. I got to be in chapel service for the mentally disabled this year. Last year I was with physically disabled, but I got to watch them involve their guests in worship in every way. They got to play puppets while they worshiped and play different instruments, and they got involved, and just seeing their smiles was the greatest thing.
Their worship is no different than ours, is it?
Not at all. It's just like little kids.
That's right. And they're passionate, aren't they? Would you please give Katie a big hand for
Yeah, Katie! Woo!
Now this dude over